Hello, and welcome back to another video presented by Acuity PPM. My name is Tim Washington, and today we're covering portfolio roadmaps with Acuity PPM software. And in the way of background, I always like to start with the definition of portfolio management. It's a senior leadership discipline that drives strategic execution and maximizes business value delivery. And in the context of portfolio roadmaps, it helps senior leaders get visibility of the entire portfolio and enables better strategic execution, and helps maximize business value delivery by understanding when work will complete and ensuring that there's no conflicts with the delivery, so that the organization can absorb the changes. I like to add a little bit of humor. And here, if your organization feels like it's a train wreck or it operates in chaos, then you need portfolio management. But in all seriousness, a lot of organizations do struggle, and there's a lot of conflicts and obstacles that are completely avoidable with good portfolio planning and the use of the portfolio roadmap. In addition, portfolio planning is an important component of good portfolio management. And a lot of senior leaders talk about their gut feel or that informed intuition, which I would liken it to a compass. It's not bad, but it's not adequate for navigating from point A to point B. Likewise, a strategic plan is also great. It's necessary, but it's not sufficient because it's not going to show you the optimal route. A good portfolio plan will get you the optimal route to execute your strategic goals and deliver value to the business. Roadmaps are one component of the portfolio plan. And as we've talked about in the past, portfolio management provides a number of answers to key questions. And again, in the context of roadmaps, it helps us identify what we're working on, where we're investing, how we're performing, but even the more, can we absorb the change? In other words, if we've got a lot of projects that are completing at about the same time, is our organization able to absorb or receive all those changes that are happening? Or is it better to sequence the work so that we don't overwhelm the organization? It's one aspect of mitigating the risk of failed implementations. And then with the portfolio management benefits, certainly it lowers organizational risk because we have better visibility of what's in flight and can make adjustments if necessary to avoid key risks. Certainly it helps operationalize the strategic plan, and this is important. We get greater confidence of meeting customer commitments. Everybody wants that. And without a good portfolio roadmap, it's really difficult to communicate performance and status of the projects in the portfolio. Roadmaps are an excellent tool, more so than just the standard project list, to communicate, here's what we're doing, here's when we're delivering, here's the performance of all the key milestones for the projects impacting your organization. That's powerful. So in the context of define the portfolio lifecycle phase, just highlighting in orange that portfolio planning at this lifecycle phase is really about getting visibility of the pipeline. And a lot of organizations don't even have that. They can't even see everything that's going on. A project list is good, fundamental, but it doesn't replace a visual timeline view of all the work going on with key milestones, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. But this is one area where portfolio road mapping and planning fits within the portfolio lifecycle. So before we jump over to the demo, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss important videos. To learn more about Acuity PPM software, go to our website or email us at sales@acuityppm.com. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and jump over to Acuity PPM. And in the last video, we covered the use of the project list, and we get these awesome portfolio level metrics. Here I've already shown it based on budget. We can see how many projects are in the portfolio, what our budget is, how much we're spending based on performance, or how much is at risk. At the top, I can show the timeline. This is how we activate the portfolio timeline. It's one of the premium features within Acuity PPM. And very quickly, I can see at a glance all the work going on. Now, I can further filter on this. If I want to look at the red projects, I can click on that and quickly get a roadmap of what's going on. Now, based on milestone performance, we may see some things. We can drill down and learn more about why the projects are red, yellow, or green. I'm going to go back. I think what's even more powerful is to look at this by strategic objective. So we can, within Acuity PPM, I can quickly look at how we are investing across our strategic goals, and I can drill down into those strategic goals. So again, goal number 1, I can get the roadmap to see how we're delivering. And there's a lot of project work that's finishing up at the end of the year. We've got a couple major projects finishing up at the beginning of the following year, and a couple smaller projects that are kicking off after the new year. Is this adequate? Does this fulfill our strategic goal? Do we need to put more work into the pipeline? Those are some of the questions that can get answered by having senior leadership look at the portfolio roadmap. We can also get general performance of the projects based on the milestones. I can even drill in. So if I want to look at IT service catalog, we're going to deploy the catalog in November, which is great information. I can go from goal to goal, and I can get visibility of the work that's going on. I can go to goal number 3, goal number 4. This is excellent information if I want to understand the work in the portfolio based on my strategic objectives. If I need to drill down and find out projects that are at risk, perhaps with our Salesforce implementation, our configuration is at risk. That gives me an indicator to talk to the team and find out what's going on. And if I'm a sponsor, how can I help? We could certainly look at it by department. And if I want to drill in and look at the engineering projects, I can track if I'm an engineering VP and I need visibility of the work that my teams are doing. It's very simple within Acuity PPM. I can quickly identify all the engineering sponsored projects. I can drill down as needed, and we'll have another video showing status reports. So we can get visibility both at a timeline level and at a detailed status report level to understand how the projects are doing. Maybe I want to jump over to IT. A lot of work going on. A lot of work finishing up actually in the near term. Again, if I'm a CIO, I might be asking, are there a lot of other projects that we need to get started at the start of the year after we finish up the holidays? That's part of the benefit of the portfolio roadmap. Now, I can certainly zoom in. I can zoom in closer. I can zoom out. If I want to zoom in, I can use that tactically to have conversations with my project managers. Are there dependencies between the projects that we need to know about? That's a tactical use for the roadmap. I could also zoom out. Let's just pretend it's 18 months. And I can see that I don't have anything tentatively slated within Acuity PPM. That may be an indicator. Let's put some work out on the horizon so we have visibility of what we're going to be starting in the near term. So Acuity PPM supports a macro level view for more strategic planning, and it enables a micro view so you can zoom in and tactically manage near-term milestones. Very useful for project manager meetings, very useful for portfolio review meetings. We can look at the portfolio in a number of ways, as we've demonstrated, whether it's by sponsoring department, by strategic goal, by project health. We can look at the portfolio in a number of ways. So if you've got questions about portfolio roadmaps or would like to learn more about Acuity PPM software, again, come to our website, contact us at sales@acuityppm.com, or start your free trial today. Thank you.